Hey, so this next set of meditations or the next meditations I'd be looking to teach to someone who is a beginning meditator but has a little bit of experience, like they've developed some focus, maybe they've done some breathing meditations or something like that. So they've learned to send their attention to their body. They have a little bit more stamina than they did when they were beginners. They're still near beginning. Yeah, so here it is. Well, hey there. So I am so glad that you're here with me to practice today. And I have two meditations I'd really love to bring to you. The first of the meditations I'd love to bring to you is one of my favorite meditations because I use it constantly all the time. It's like the easiest meditation for me to just step into and do. And it has some very specific elements of it that I really like. It's a focus meditation. So being that we've been developing focus and working on focus meditations already, it should just kind of fall right into your wheelhouse. And it even comes down to just as a numbered breath meditation. And so as a result of that, it should just fall right into the practice we've been doing. And so as we do this meditation, it's called 31 to 0 because we're going to count our breaths from 31 to 0. And I like it because it's quick, it's easy, I know exactly the way it works, and it turns out it's really difficult to make it all the way through. So I always start with and I like to use this in a specific way because it also is something I use to see a metric for how my focus is improving. So like in the gym, you can easily get disheartened because you don't know, you just go and you exercise and that's it. And people that go to the gym and they don't see benefits, they don't see their weights increasing, they don't see the metrics changing, they can lose motivation. And in focus meditations, I think it's useful. We can pull on the same ideas as long as you have a metric to measure your focus. And what you'll see in counting your breaths from 31 to 0 is if you start counting and you start at 31 and move down, maybe the first times you do this, you get into the mid-20s before you find your mind wandering. As soon as your mind wanders, I really like to start over at 31. It's not the way you have to do it, but if I reset to 31 every time, it gives me a metric and I can see I'm often getting into the mid-20s, and then later, maybe a month after doing them or whatever, I see I'm getting into the teens a lot. And another month I can see I'm pretty much getting near finishing really often. And you just have a metric that you can actually see yourself improve. It gives good motivation to it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So we're really just going to settle into our bodies, and then in a comfortable position, we're going to just count our breaths. So to start out, I'd like you to just get into a comfortable seat, find a place that you like to sit. I'm obviously at home sitting on my yoga mat, which is wonderful, but you can do this meditation literally anywhere. Preferable that you have a straight spine, just as that's kind of always the theme in yoga meditation. So I always like to think of a fishing line pulling out of the top of my head, and it just kind of pulls it in a way where I feel like I get some engagement that helps support my spine, but it feels like everything is lifting. It's really nice. And then inhale your arms up, exhale, let's turn to one side. And you can take a moment to stretch out the back, twist, look around a little bit. And then inhale back to center, reaching up. Exhale, move to the other side. Go ahead and look around. Twist out the back. And then inhale up one more time. Reach up, think up. And just exhale. You can bring your hands into any relaxed position. Begin to settle into your body. Just feel the relaxation kind of settle through all the things that aren't relaxed. Everything kind of melts a little bit. Still some engagement, of course, in order to keep yourself up straight. But there's so many things we can find and release that aren't involved with the things we need to sit up straight. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale. And we'll go ahead and start. Inhale. Exhale. 31. Inhale. Exhale. 30. Inhale. Exhale. 29. Inhale. Exhale. 28. Continue inhaling and exhaling, counting down with your breath. We'll go for about 4 or 5 more minutes. If you finish down to 0, just let the numbers go and keep breathing. Keep your attention inwards. If you lose the numbers, just start over again at 31. And if you continue with it, nice work. Just keep going. Inhale, exhale, number. Go ahead and take a deep inhale. Another sip of air at the top. And let it go. You may not have finished the numbers, that's totally fine. Maybe you did, you let the numbers go and settled into your body. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Although if you did, kudos. Nice job getting all the way there. When you feel good about it, go ahead and blink your eyes open, bring your attention and awareness back into the room. And just check in with yourself. How do you feel? Do you feel focused? Feel relaxed? Peaceful? Ready for whatever comes next? So I use this meditation to reset all the time because I feel those things. When I come out, I feel like peaceful but prepared to go into something. I also feel really relaxed, like I could go to bed. And so I also use this when I wake up in the middle of the night and insomnia is the worst. So just staring at the wall, staring at the ceiling, sometimes your mind's spinning. I find it really helps me to just go ahead and focus and go 31 to 0. And sometimes I finish and I start over at 31 again. And sometimes I get into the 20s and I fall right asleep. So it just really helps me focus and let go of everything else. I've heard people say, and I agree, it's kind of an exhausting way to try to fall asleep. But the more often you practice it, the easier it gets, and the more control you have over your own biology and future. So that's kind of the whole point. And that's one of my favorite meditations. I love it. I do it all the time. I hope it's useful to you. I said I was going to bring a second meditation in this set of meditations. And it's another one of my favorites because it's a meditation that I practice on a regular basis. But almost always for me, it's in the morning when I wake up early. And it's just quiet. There's nothing else going on. This is a meditation that I see kind of as more of a protocol than a specific meditation. It's a variation on soul sync is what I learned it to be called from my teacher. And in soul sync, there's 5 sections of the breath, and I'm going to run out of battery, so I'm going to plug in my computer. All right, crisis averted. Cool. So in soul sync, there's 5 parts to the protocol. And they really come down to the first 4 parts are very similar in 2 sets of 2. The first and third are similar, the second and fourth are similar. And then the 5th part is just kind of a continuation on into infinity as long as you feel like you want to keep the meditation going. So if you only have like 5 minutes, this meditation works. You might only get through the first 4 parts. If you have 10 or 15 minutes, you can always set a timer and then that'll remind you when to stop. But it's a meditation that you can kind of fit into any time or space that you have, any specific thing that you want to concentrate on and try to bring out and manifest in your life and character. You can spend this or go through this protocol in order to try to manifest those things anytime. So the idea of soul sync for the 5th stage, first of all, before we start, pick something that you want to manifest in your life. It could be love for another person. It could be that you, really want some specific thing to manifest in you, or that you're working on something in your character, or you're looking for better time management. I don't know. Whatever it is, anything that you are looking to bring into your life, to excel at, and just desiring for your future. Just have that in mind so you're ready to focus on it when we get to the 5th stage. The first 4 stages have 8 counts each, and those counts are breaths. So in order to count, we use a mudra. It's a specific mudra that is useful for counting in these situations in groups of 8. So we'll put our index fingers together like this against our thumb. That's like the first. And then the second breath is the middle finger. And I really I kind of engage them. It's more comfortable to me than trying to relax the hand, is like really engaging it for these first parts. And then the third finger and then the 4th finger is the first 4 counts. Reset to the index finger and then go through, and that's the second 4 counts. So that would be like stage 1. And then we go 4 times, 4 breaths, and then a second 4 breaths, and that's stage 2. And then we move to stage 3, first 4 breaths, second 4 breaths, and then when we get through, we go stage 4, and we finish those 4, or those 8. Cool. The focus changes in each one. And part of what I really like about this meditation is there's humming involved, which I just find really, really interesting as a thing to pay attention to in your biology. So in the first set of 8 breaths, we're going to go through and breathe and count with the mudra, and you just send all of your attention to your breath, to the sensations of your breath. Find all the places that you can send your breath, what it feels like everywhere in your body. It's just awareness of all of the aspects of breath for the first 8 breaths. And that's your first stage. The second stage to the meditation, we're going to go 8 breaths again, counting with the hands. But you take a deep inhale, on the exhale, hum. And then you'll go ahead and inhale, and second breath, go ahead and exhale, and you'll hum when we do it. And it'll look like this and sound like this. So this is the start of the second phase. Hum. So I think that makes sense. That's what it's going to be like. The tone of what you hum doesn't matter at all. What it sounds like doesn't matter at all. The only thing that matters in the hum is the vibrations you feel. So look for it, feel it in your body. Maybe you'll feel it in your nasal cavity and your sinuses. Maybe you can feel it like in the center of your head, kind of at the top of the spinal column. Maybe you feel it vibrate down your throat and into your chest. Like just look for where those vibrations go in the humming. And so that's the second stage. We go for 8 breaths, looking for where the vibration goes. So stage 1, all the sensations of breath, 8 breaths, counting on the fingers. Stage 2, all the sensations of the humming, counting on the fingers. Stage 3, we come back to the breath. But in stage 3, you pay attention specifically to the space between the breaths. There's a space at the top of the breath, and there's a space at the bottom of the breath. What are those sensations? What's that silence feel like? What is in your body? What sensations are there when breathing isn't happening? Just what are the sensations of that? 8 breaths, paying attention to the silence, like between breaths, the space between breaths. That's stage 3. Stage 4, we'll go back to humming again. And again, just look for the humming vibrations in your body and chase whatever feels good. Whatever humming sensation you really like, change your tonality, move the hum around, whatever it takes. Chase the things that feel good in the humming for that 4th stage. Then we go to the 5th stage. And in the 5th stage, we just come back to this mudra, and you just leave your hands like that for the rest of the 5th stage. And you just send all of your attention and awareness into your breathing and into manifesting the thing that you chose, the thing you want to manifest and bring out in your life. That's what you're looking at, manifesting and working on. So all together, it means we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then 4 more times for stage 1, and the whole time just paying attention to all the sensations of breath. Immediately at the end of stage 1, we go into stage 2, where we'll inhale and then hum. Inhale, hum, inhale, hum, inhale, hum, and then 4 more times inhaling and humming. We go immediately into stage 3, where you inhale, pay attention to the space between the breaths, and then you exhale, space between. Inhale, space between. Exhale, space between. Inhale, space between. Exhale, space between. And then 4th, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then directly into the 4th stage. In the 4th stage, we inhale and then hum and chase the good sensations, whatever they are that you find in your body. And we do that for 8 breaths. And at the end of the 8th hum in the 4th stage, then we go into the 5th stage, where we just come back to the first mudra and we just rest on that and send all of our intent into our breath and then into manifesting the thing that we're looking to bring out in life, or that we're looking to work on or change in ourselves, or whatever it is that you want to focus on. Cool, and I'll let that time go for just a little while, and then I'll stop it and we'll come out. So let's go ahead and do it. This is the Soul Sync protocol. Go ahead and set your hands in this mudra and go ahead and find a comfortable seat wherever you're at. In your comfortable seat, again, just go ahead and let your body relax. Let go of all the things that you can let go of that aren't actually serving you and holding you up. So you really get into this weighty and nice space where you're relaxed but ready. And then deep inhale. Long exhale. And then shift the mudra. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. And then shift to the 3rd finger. Inhale. Exhale. And shift to the pinky. These next 4 breaths in stage 1, remember, you're chasing all the sensations of breath in your body. Inhale. Exhale. to 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath of stage 1. Inhale. Exhale. On to stage 2. Come back to the first finger again. Deep inhale. And we hum. Hum. Shift the mudra. Deep inhale. Hum. Shift the mudra. Deep inhale. Hum. Shift the mudra. Deep inhale. As you hum this time, keep your face relaxed. It's sometimes difficult to do. Let the hum extend, follow, and look for all the different places that you can feel the humming resonating throughout your body. Maybe you feel it through your face, in your nose, maybe it resonates through your throat, or into the back of your head. Follow wherever you can find the humming, and just chase it until the humming's finished. We'll shift into breath 5. Inhale. Hum. Shift the mudra. Inhale. Hum. Shift the mudra for breath 7. Inhale. Shift the mudra for the last breath of round 2. Inhale. And on this hum, relax your face. Let the hum extend as long as it feels good. Chase that humming sound. Look for all the places you can find it. Hum. Shifting into stage 3, breath 1. Pay attention to the space between your breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And keep your attention on the space between the breaths. What does that space feel like when your breathing's quiet, when your heartbeat gets loud? At the top of your breath where it feels floaty, at the bottom of your breath where it feels buoyant. All the attention on the spaces. Breath 5 in here. All the attention on the spaces between the breaths. Last one. Move into stage 4. So stage 4 for these next 8 breaths will hum again, but now you chase whatever feels good. The vibrations that are good in your body, look for them, follow them, accentuate them, and make them good. Inhale. Hum. Inhale. Breath 3. Inhale. Breath 4. Inhale. As you begin to hum, relax your face. Follow the sensations that are good. Accentuate those vibrations. Hum. Four more rounds. The last 2 rounds, make sure you're chasing whatever sensations are good. If you need to choose a different place, change the place. Accentuate those vibrations, make them feel good. Inhale. As we come into round 5, shift the mudra to the first finger. All of your attention goes into your breathing. And you begin thinking of whatever the object was that you want to manifest or change in yourself. Inhale. And exhale. I like to feel like all of my energy and life force as I inhale gathers into my spine and moves up. And then as I exhale, I'm like exhaling all of that energy out into manifesting the thing it is. Just continue with all of your focus. Breathing in and gathering that energy, exhaling out and manifesting the thing it is that you're looking to do, or to be, or to have. Inhaling, bringing all that energy all up, all to the surface of your being, then exhaling, sending it out to change yourself, change your future. Don't let your focus waver. Bring it back to that energy, to your breath, to manifesting the thing it is that you're looking for. Continue with your breaths. Continue with your focus. We'll go for another couple minutes. Bring all your attention, all your focus back into your breath, back into the manifesting the object of your desire. When you feel ready, you can drop the focus and attention. Just let your brain go, just relax it for a moment. Continue with your breath. When it feels right, relax your hands or stretch them out. Get rid of the mudra. Put your hands where they're comfortable. Blink your eyes open when you're ready. Check in with yourself, your body. How do you feel? Where are you at? One of the things that I find is so interesting in this stage of meditation where you're beginning and you've got some ability to focus, and then you learn a protocol like this. Sometimes it pushes you longer than you're used to going. You can meditate comfortably for 5 minutes, and then you go through a breathing protocol like this. It takes way longer than 5 minutes, and it's easier because you have these different focuses you go through. So you're kind of shifting through, even though you're always kind of one-pointed with where you're trying to put your attention. And one of the things that you find is that there's all kinds of things that come up. Like, for example, for most of this meditation, my knee has really been hurting because it's just not used to sitting in this position, like all the time. We have daily lives and we go out and do things. So like it hurts. But what you realize is I don't need to stretch it. Like I can just leave it and I can give attention to it. It doesn't hurt. It's kind of a bit of discomfort, but it's not so bad. And the other things that come up, I can choose, like I feel like an itch. Well, I can choose to go ahead and scratch it, but I can also just leave it, and it's fine. Eventually, if I give attention to it, it's an interesting sensation. The discomfort and the scratchiness of it just kind of goes away. Then eventually it doesn't itch anymore, and I just see it fade. It's like these things that you realize your attention and focus actually give you more power. You're able to make choices for yourself. You don't have to scratch that itch. You don't have to follow that appetite. You don't have to change your position to get rid of a pain. You can just kind of acknowledge it's there and then continue going with your positive intent with what it is that's going on right now. So that's one of the things I really appreciate about a meditation like this. It really feels to me like a protocol that you go through. And just one more time to review it, the protocol with SoulSync has 5 stages to it. The first 4 have 2 sets of 4 counts that are happening with the mudra on the fingers. And those 2 sets of 4 counts have a different focus for each of the stages. So the first stage, follow all the sensations of breath for 8 counts on the fingers. Second stage, you hum, and you're following all the different sensations of humming throughout your body. The third stage, we give our attention to the space between breaths for the 8 breaths. And the fourth stage, we hum and you chase whatever feels good. And then in the 5th stage, you give all your attention into manifesting what it is that you want for your future, what it is you want to become. Oftentimes I use this meditation to work on manifesting a perfect relationship between me and my wife, where we're still people, we're still gonna argue about things and have some strife, but what is that perfect relationship that's just loving and wonderful? What does that look like? I try to give a lot of my attention to that when I do SoulSync a lot of the time. So those are the things I find interesting about it, and I would love to, if I actually had a class of students, then run the discussion of what does it feel like? What was the sensation of humming like for you? What were the stages like? Did it push you beyond your limits? Did something hurt in your body? What was it like, And were you able to keep your attention on manifesting the thing that you're looking to manifest? Or even if you're willing to share, what are those things? That's interesting too. And then I would also think to review with the students the fact that we went over 2 meditations today. So SoulSync has all these benefits because it kind of pushes you to be able to meditate longer than you normally do, and it's really useful in the mornings for that in my life, but you can use it at any time of day that fit in, obviously. And then I would review also the benefits of 31 to 0, and how, again, it's something you can practice anytime, anywhere, and it's probably the most accessible of any of the meditations, and it gives you a metric. It's just so easy to step in and do, and it's so easy to see that you are improving, or see that this week things are harder, or see that you fell asleep faster, and this time it took you a lot of energy to fall asleep. Like maybe that was because of something in your day or an emotional state, but those are all interesting things to give attention to, and noticing those things in your life just gives you more agency and freedom. So yeah, those are the type of discussions and things I would like to lead after teaching these to students. I think that's what I've got. Thanks a lot. Namaste. It was a pleasure to practice with you. And yeah, bye-bye.